Hi guys, welcome to your favorite channel, Absolute Beginners Coding. So earlier we have seen how to uh, do multiple things with CSS. So this video is gonna be the continuation of the previous one, and we're gonna continue learning CSS. So if you're someone who is new to our channel, and you can see the channel links as shown on this screen as you see here. So if you're watching on Facebook, make sure to like and follow my page on Facebook. You can also like the video on Facebook, share your thoughts and comment. The name of the Facebook page is Absolute Beginners Coding right there as shown on the screen. If you're watching this video on like YouTube, you can subscribe to my channel. You can turn on the notification bell icon on. You can comment your thoughts, and you can leave a like, share your thoughts and comments, subscribe, notification on YouTube. If you're watching this video on like Twitch, what I want to say is follow, subscribe, support, leave your thoughts. I might read it. If you're watching on Kick, follow there as well, subscribe. If you're having an Instagram, you can follow me there as well. On Twitter, you can follow me there as well. So all the name or same except for the Twitter, like Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Instagram has the same name, Absolute Beginners Coding, with the same spelling and everything, and follow like lowercase. So Twitter has a different username due to this lettering restrictions to 15, and it's Absolute B Coding, so which means beginners coding. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let me like use the rest of the page. So earlier we were learning lists, unordered lists, ordered lists, and how to change the bulletin and everything. So now let's continue learning the same. So now let's learn like CSS layout right now. So let me open the notepad because I couldn't able to maximize the VS Code right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type what I'm going to teach: CSS layout and width. Okay, so I think it's much bigger. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to use the paragraph so that I've created for my HTML document previously. So this is a paragraph, right? Starts with a P and ends with a \P. It has an ID of Apple. So I'm going to my CSS right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that ID, and I'm going to create a width for the same. So let me like type width, and let me like give some pixels, like 500 pixels might be great, and a margin a margin of any pixels, or you can give auto to automatically detect the margin, and the border. So in border, what you can do is you can actually type the amount of pixels, so that it might take the pixels for the border, and if you want solid, you can write solid, and if you want it in red, you can type red, and don't forget to give a semicolon. So I'm going to save this file, and since I'm using live server right now, I'm using it, but it's actually not working. Let me refresh. Now use. I don't know what's wrong, but it should work. So okay, there's something wrong. It didn't work. I don't know why. I don't know like why it is not working, but it should work. Probably like creating another HTML and CSS file might fix it. I don't know, or like new folder. Okay, so I have disabled it, and I have re-enabled it again. So let me like refresh the page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the server right now. So let's click on go live. Great. So you can see that now it is actually working. So you can see the border of like 5 pixels, and it's a solid border, and it's in red. So this is how to add a width, margin, and border. So I can actually increase the border and margin size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the margin to like 50 pixels, and I'm going to add padding right there of again another 50 pixels, and I'm going to save it. So let's see it. Okay, now you can see that there's a padding of 50 pixels all over the top, left, right, and bottom, and you can see the border is how much, like 5 pixels solid red, and it has a margin of like another 50 pixels. So this is how you do, guys. So how to create a margin with border. So this is how you do it. So let me like explain it to you once again. So create a HTML file, and you link into your CSS as shown here, and you create a paragraph, and you create an ID and everything. Go to your CSS, and with the ID you should use a hash, and inside the parentheses font style, size, family, variant, weight, we have seen it all, and you are adding a width of 500 pixels and margin of 50 pixels, border of 5 pixels solid red, and padding of 50 pixels. This is what you get. So this is there's another way to do it. What you can do is going to use it on my next paragraph, which is Apple 2 with an ID of Apple 2. So let me like use everything here, and let me like take it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use width of around like 100 pixels, and gonna use the margin left of around 50 pixels and margin top of around 30 pixels and margin bottom of around probably around like 25 pixels might be fine, and margin right maybe another 60. Okay, so what I did is like you can like give margin in one word. It might consider the top, left, right, bottom, everything to be 50 pixels. But if you want each and every position or every direction like left, top, bottom and right to have like different sizes, then you have to mention it differently. And another thing is border, like you can also set border top around maybe 5 pixels and solid red and border bottom around another. You can also give different like 10 pixels solid aqua and border left is around another like 5 pixels solid green and border right around another 12 pixels solid yellow, so it's gonna have some colorful borders right there. So let's save it and see. You can see that it has like everything what we are given. So it has the red border top and green left border and yellow right border and like aqua bottom border. So this is what we have done. So what another thing I can do is margin to the right I've given like 60 pixels and like I want to like reduce the width, so it's like huge I guess. So wow, I think the width should be even more big. Okay, now it's fine. So the width is in good position right now, as you can see. So this is how to change the margin in one go or like different sizes. You can see these margins are like different sizes, and or how to change the border, like all the borders in one go, or like specifically change the borders like top, bottom, left and right. So and I also said about padding specifically, or we can also use padding like specifically like padding okay, actually whenever we use padding we should remember one thing. Padding is always same in all directions. You can also use padding left, like around 15 pixels, and padding top around another 20 pixels, and padding uh, bottom around 50 pixels, padding right around another 100. Oh no, not that much. Wow, like 20. Right is around like another 30 pixels. So this is how to add padding like separately. So we have seen like how to add the margin in one go, and margin in like specifically to the left, right, bottom and top, and border in one go, or like bottom, left, right, top and bottom, and padding in one go like here, or padding specifically. Let's save it, and you can see the padding is nothing but the gap between the border and the words. So you can see there's a difference between this padding and here. And let me like zoom in here. You can see the difference. That's the padding. So this is how to add a create a border, to create a margin like here, and like here, like top and bottom margins, and padding is within the border and the actual space. You can also add like border radius as well, like 25 pixels, and you can also add border style. But I have already mentioned border style, but want you can add like a dashed or dotted or groove or hidden or inherit or outset or ridge. I'm gonna add double. So you can see it's a double border right there. There's like two lines. That's a border, and I also added an radius, border radius, so it's curved right here. It's not like sharp like the previous one like here. It's a curve. So the reason behind this, we have added the radius, border radius 25 pixels, and border style is double. If we add something else like dashed, might change. Okay, you can see it's a dashed right now. So this is the dashed. So even it's dash and radius, and so it's curved. So this is another style that you can use. Actually, you can also use dotted. So now it's dotted. So you can see it's blue, like aqua, green, yellow, red, and what else is there? Like groove. This is the groove. So you can see the difference clearly, right? And ridge. So this is the ridge. It's opposite of groove. And you can also say inset. So this is the inset. You can see it. And you can also set like outset. So this is the outset. You can see it like here. So these are the different border styles, guys. So I hope you are clear with that. So now let's see like the position of words in CSS. Positions. So what are the positions available, like static and relative and fixed, absolute and sticky. So these are some of the positions available right there. So let's try it out everything. So let's use like a absolute position. So this is the absolute position, guys. So what happens is, if you use absolute position, it will not get adjusted with this other paragraph. So it will take it position. So it will not adjust the size and everything. So that's the absolute one. If I take it out, like, it will be back to normal. You can see that it's actually adjusting. And I'm gonna try it out with static. So this is static, so pretty much good, clear. And let's see about relative. So even relative is not so different, same. It is like when to use the position means, if you're like using any images and you don't want it to mess up with the words, then you use position. So since it's a paragraph, you don't actually see much of a difference. And fixed, it will not move, it will stay, it will stick here. It's actually gone, because it should be like tested with the pictures. And sticky, it will be sticking to the page wherever you move. So it is sticking actually. Great. So let us see like how to like place a text in over an image. So it is called as positioning text in an image. Okay, so this is what we're going to learn, like how to place it on top left, or how to place it on top right, or how to place it on like bottom left, or how to do it on like bottom right, or like on the center. So this is how to like position like top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, or center. What I'm gonna do is I need like a separate page. So let me like create a new file, position. Let me like name it as position and .html. Okay, so now we have created the same. And head. Now title. Then positioning image. Okay, so I have to create a link. And it's a relative path is style sheet. Then the h reference would be like positioning.css or position.css. And so let me create a file like position.css. And what I can do is let me add an image here. Okay, let me add an image. And we use a source of Apple PNG. And let me add a height which is like 500 pixels. Let me add a width which is again another 500 pixels. So let me add an alternative Apple. Okay, so if I open the page, this is the image we see, right? An apple. So what happens is how to like place an image within that. Like what happens if I use like 1000 pixels? Okay, it's like huge right now. This is what I want. Okay, so let's see how to use the positions right now. So you can also add an ID to the image as well. Okay, I've given like position. Going to my CSS. Writing positions right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type the first position what we have written, which is top left, right. So let me write something. So let me write something. So like this is top left positioning, and we give an ID to this like POS, POS, and so I want the image to be still, it shouldn't move. So for the image like position, what I'm going to do is, so this is the idea of the image, guys. So the position is image right now, so I'm going to make it relative. Yes, and I'm going to save this, and the word is POS, pause, and I want it to be like let's type right position, and want it to be an absolute one. Then at the top of around 10 pixels, and left of around 15 pixels, and font size of around like 15 again. So now let's see what happens. Uh-oh, nothing really happened, right? Okay, I'm gonna add few more things right here. Okay, so what should happen is it should be inside another one, probably like the text should be inside the image. So what we can do is text should be inside of an image. So let me like take it out, and let me add something else like a paragraph, and let's make it like this, and let me add an ID to this, which is another position, and this is image. Let it remain same. And now the text, this is top left, is inside the ID of position where the image lies, right? Now it should work. Go to the CSS. So this is for the text, I mean the paragraph. So now for the image, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna just type image and I'm gonna type the width and let it be auto. Then let me type the height and let it be around auto. Let me like type the opacity and let's make it like 0.5 or something like that. Let's save this. Can see the apple which is translucent, but why can't we see the text? What is actually not working? It should work. Text should be like here. Since it's not a full page image, it's not working. I don't think so. Let me like try it another way. So let me like take everything out and me type like image is below and add a paragraph, adding a text in the corner and let's add a div class right now instead of any other thing. Okay, so inside the div class let me add an image. Okay, let's add a source apple.png. So an apple should be here. Then like add the width around 1000. Then let's add the height around 500. And let's add another div inside a div. And let's write this text is in top left. Okay, now let's add a class to this. Now this class be text and let this be like top left, something like that. Nice. So let's go to the position.css and now let's say it as text, and the second thing might be as the same image, and type like top left, then let's be like same. Now let's save it. I think it only works on like full screen image. Let me like download a full screen image. Full screen image. Like let's see, is this a usable image? It's a JPEG file, yeah. Like let me like say it as C. It's in volume D, Apple website. Let me go back and go to D. Let me go to the folder and let's go to the C, and let's get it to the Visual Studio Code and paste here. Okay, we got the c.jpg here, so let's use this c.jpg. Okay, save it. Okay, so the text is in actually the bottom left instead of top left. You can see here this text is in like top left instead of it's in top bottom. I don't know why. So adding text in the corner, everything is working, so it should be like here. Let's fix that. What went wrong? So let me like give auto. Let's see what happens. So it's in the bottom right now. Let me change the width here. It's in back to the bottom left. It's again in the bottom left. I don't know what happened. There should be some difference in the values, I guess so. Okay, let's go to the CSS file, and the text is relative. Great. And reduce the top. I think we have to give some space for this. Maybe FBR might help. It's still on the top bottom. Whether like I should like replace it the position where it is, so it will be like executed afterwards. Still the same place. Okay, so I really couldn't able to find it. Now what's wrong here? But how it should be like? It should be here. Text should be like somewhere here. It should be over the image. It's actually not at all working. So I think I should have like entered something wrong. Go back, take everything out. We like type everything right from the beginning. Okay. Okay, it's finally working, guys. So you can see it's on the top right. So we have to give the margin numbers properly, only then it will work. So now we have this on the top right. So if you want it on the top left, then go and change the right to left, and let's save this. Now it's on the left, and if you give like to the bottom, is around what happens is this should be like half of what is this, so only then it will work. If it is 8 pixels, then it should be like 16 pixels. So now it will be like at the bottom left, you can see here, and you want it on the right, and you can see this is on the right like that. So this is how to like place a text over an image in the CSS. So what you can do is create a HTML file, create a body and everything, and write a div class, and within the div class add an image, and after that add another div class. It should be like the both should be like in the main div class, like as you can see. The div should start here, the first div, and it should end here. So within this main div there should be an image, and there should be another div class. What is going to happen is, over this image, this div text is going to be placed. So what we're going to do is, let's create a class for that main div, which is text, and image is image. We can use it directly, and second div is top right. And for the main text, we have to set the position as relative, so it should change, and the text is second div, top right, and the image should be like the width, the height, and opacity, everything. And the top right position should be like absolute, and bottom should be like 5. If it is 5, then the left or right should be like double of that. You can change it to like 5, then it should be like 10. So let's save this, and you can now see it on the bottom right. So look, you can see it on the bottom right. So what happens is the top bottom thing should be like half of left and right. So this is how to add a text over an image. Okay, this is a like quick and short stream, guys. I'm gonna end the stream, and before ending, what I'm gonna say is like make sure to follow the Absolute Beginners Coding on Facebook. Everything has the same name actually. In Facebook, the username is the same, Absolute Beginners Coding, and on my YouTube it has the same username as well, and on my Twitch it has the same username as well, and on my Kick it has the same username, and on my Instagram has the same username, in my Twitter, and it's actually like Absolute B Coding, which is Beginners Coding. So these are my socials, so you can follow me here like on my Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Instagram and Twitter. So I'm going to continue this like after few hours, the CSS part. So make sure to follow me on my Facebook and every other platform like YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Instagram, Twitter. So you will be getting notified whenever I go live and start working on the same. So let's end the video, guys. So I hope you guys have a great day. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.